Okay, to keep it real, the quality in this one's gonna be like very, very shit because I'm actually filming on my iPad right now, and it's like an iPad 6 generation. But I don't know. I was just listening to a bit of music, and I suppose like I saw a story on Instagram later, like a couple hours back, that kind of it really made me think. Also, it's St. Patrick's Day, so have a very happy St. Patrick's Day, and I'm definitely not treating St. Patrick's Day like any other day at all. But I had a lot of friends in my life who I just tried to like I suppose recreate the relationship I had with my mother, where they like I just tried to solve all their problems, and I think looking back at it, I really did care about them, but I don't know if what I did for them was good either, because like I don't necessarily want to talk about like any situations in particular, but I suppose I'm just gonna throw out the one that's relevant. Like I was really close friends with this girl. Then this guy who was way older than me at the time, he started trying to talk to me, and I had figured out very, very quickly, get the fuck away from him, right? So I had blocked him and everything. We still had some mutual friends or whatever, and he is still quote unquote friends with her, but what I realized is you can warn someone all you want, and deep down in their gut, they could know that they should take your warning, and they know that you're right. But sometimes people just have their own shit going on, and sometimes people they want to stay in some shitty ass situations, because a lot of people they're just people recreating their trauma one way or another. Like I feel like I'm finally healing or whatever, so I'm like kind of escaping that loop. But the loop I had, it was self-destructive, not as self-destructive as other people's like fucking trauma magnets. I don't know, trauma shit. But like my whole thing is I mean this in the most respectful way possible. I would become friends with traumatized, fucked up people because I kind of related to it. But it's also the type of thing where it's like, if I was doing everything to fix their life, if I was doing all this shit that, like, if I gave them the feelings they lacked in their childhood, I knew they wouldn't leave me. You know? And, like, and I suppose sometimes I do feel bad because I had ended, like, I've ended every single friendship where I was I was like full on just basically taking care of them the whole time and trying to fix their life for them, because at the end of the day they all fucked up in one way or another and broke my trust. But as I actually start to look back at it, I feel bad because I feel like I see their eyes when they look at me, and I they'll do shit one way or the other, and it's obvious that they want to be friends with me again or whatever, and sometimes I feel bad, but it's the type of thing where it's like, listen, I've been surrounded by shitty energy all my life. Like sometimes I just I gotta look out for myself. And it's the type of thing where the people who I've actually kept in my life this whole time, they're the people that actually don't really want my help. And you know so I don't know how this works, right? Or how this works at all, but like if you listen to me a bit, like my mother's the one who caused me to be avoidant, my dad's the one who caused me to be a bit like anxious on the odd occasion. And with the people I had my bit of an anxious attachment style with, where I was doing everything to try to fix their lives, I was giving them advice. If something happened, they'd call me, and like I thinking back, I've given people like a lot of gifts and stuff, like not the fucking like shit you buy, but like the shit you kind of like made, like handmade. That's kind of when my anxious attachment comes through. And the thing is, whenever my anxious attachment style comes through with someone, I always cut them off. And I don't know how that works, and I don't know, like, you know. But, and I'm not saying this, like, in a way where it's like I didn't care about them, I was just using them, because maybe subconsciously I was using them, but I actually really did care about them, you know. But, like, the thing is, like, in this example, like, I gave them so many warnings, and they didn't follow it, you know. And listen, at the end of the day, I'm a person, what I value most is independence and making my own choices and stuff like that. So I would never, like, listen, I'm not gonna go to another adult and, like, try to lock them up in a cage and protect them from the shitty decisions they're making. Because at the end of the day, that isn't my place. If you want to have a fucked up life, go for it. Like, you won't stay in my life, but you can make your fucked up decisions and forget who I am, like. But I always will care about you. I'll just care about you significantly less, but I still will have some care about you, you know, to keep it brutally honest, like. But I suppose I'm just trying to be the healthiest version of myself, because I'm sick of, I'm sick of hurting people, and, you know, I'm sick of cutting people off too, because it's the type of thing where it's like, this is actually the primary, so, like, a lot of my friends, right, they're from the gym, and just the area where my gym is. Like, in my school, I have, like, one close friend, that's my bestie, but, and then, my other close friend, my two close friends, so, like, one is from my school, and then my other close friend, no one has to know how we met, don't worry about that shit, but, and then the rest of my friends are from the gym, and then I have this, like, one, like, friend or whatever, and, like, he's a part of all, like, mutual friends and stuff like that, and I keep on having to tell him, like, oh yeah, do you know that mutual friend, I don't talk to them anymore, and do you know that other mutual friend, yeah, I don't talk to them anymore, and do you know that other mutual friend, yeah, he's a pedophile, and he was inviting me to quote-unquote barbecues when I was 16, you know, like, you know, and, like, oh, fuck my life, you know, because it's the type of thing where it's like, listen, I have my toxic tendencies, but I know damn well in most of these situations, I'm not majorly in the fault, okay? I feel like in most situations that I've had where I've cut people off, I definitely am in slightly at fault, you know? Because listen, I'm myself, you know how I be. I've like sprinkles of toxicity, you know? But like, it just don't look too good, you know, because it's the type of thing, I think the problem is, the actual problem isn't how quickly I cut off people, the actual fucking problem is how quickly I let people in, you know, because how I used to be, it's like, oh my god, they're traumatized too, let's be best friends, you know, but like then it's like, oh yeah, no, this bitch is traumatized and I feel bad for you and all your trauma, but like be a traumatized bitch elsewhere, like heal or some shit, you know, and like it's also the type of thing where, this is actually another topic I want to get on, a lot of guys, they can be good friends, right, as in if it's a dude and a dude, you know. But a lot of those fuckers, oh my god, they are such shitty partners, you know? And listen, I do have around 4 close guy friends. And before someone yells ho or bop or anything, let me cook here, let me explain, right? These friends, they're actually like family, you know? Like, the one I've known for years, he's like, honestly, okay, right, there's this social experiment, right, where it's like, quote-unquote, your male friends, if you ring them up to go cuddle, 99.9% of them would cuddle. I guarantee right now, if I rang them, I was like, do you want to cuddle? They'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? They'd probably fucking block me, because I'm just so certain on the dynamics, you know, but it's the type of thing where it's like, they view me as like a little sister, and they have their own girlfriends, and I'd be friends with their girlfriends, and it's just, there's basically what I'm trying to say is, there's no ulterior motives, and there's no bullshit going on, right? But it's the thing where I'm friends with these guys, right? And then I'll be in the gym, right? And then another one of their friends will pull up, and then it's this whole thing where they're quote unquote trying to be my friend. My fucking, oh yeah, my friend, oh yeah, oh definitely. And then they'll be on some bullshit, and then it's this whole awkward thing. It's happened like around 2 times around this time. And then I have to be like, oh yeah, I kind of blocked him because he was kind of like fucking spamming my Instagram DMs, and I kind of blocked him because he's a fucking prick. I'm sorry, like, and it's this type of thing where it's like sometimes, like, I'm happy I'm female, but like, sometimes I regret like getting attractive, because I'm gonna be honest, like, I used to be bald. Like, I used to have really, really fucking short hair, like, and the thing is, any single person who was trying to get with me back then, like, I knew damn well they were getting with me for my personality, and it's the type of thing where it's like, now I know how shallow people are, and it's the type of thing where it's like, listen, I know you're only talking to me because, like, I know you're only talking to me for superficial reasons, like, leave me alone, I'm gonna throw flower seeds, okay, to me. There. Oh, this is flower seeds. I realized how dodgy the wrapper looks. I swear to God, it is flower mix, Japanese garden, lot, like the batch code 04180003. This is not a condom wrapper, okay? I just realized how fucking suspicious that looked. Okay, but like, it's the type of thing where it's like, honestly, I kind of just hate mutual friends. Like, I don't hate having mutual friends with people at this point. But honestly, can I just be friends with people who don't know anyone else in my life? And why is everyone so connected? Because it's the type of thing where it's like, I'm cutting off people, and then I'm just gonna get a lighter because I'm bored. Like, I don't like... And it's the type of thing where it's like, how I do it is, when I stop being friends with someone, I don't really like saying why, because at the end of the day, like, I'll only tell my close people, but I wouldn't be going around to mutual friends or any of that shit, because at the end of the day, just because they were fucking cunt to me and I don't want to be in their life anymore, doesn't mean they're necessarily a shitty person, but I feel like, I don't know, people are complicated, and who I'm gonna quote right now is J. Cole. Don't save her, she don't want to be saved. You can give people as much life advice as you want, and you can try to fix their fucking life, but that doesn't mean they actually want to fix their fucking life up, I wish I could just, like, I wish I was like the fucking Megan Fox from, like, Jennifer's Body. I could just, like, put a light on my fucking tongue. Oh, I'm back anyway. That's what matters. I'm back. Well, what I'm trying to say is, man, listen, some people, it doesn't necessarily make them a shit person if they can't be in your life, and some of these people, they enjoy being in their shitty situations, and honestly, that's their fucking business, like, for the longest time, if someone tried to fix my life for me, I'd probably accept their help, and I'd probably do all, but I wouldn't actually change my life, because sometimes there's something comfortable about it. There's something it's very comfortable to say the same, and changing is something that's very hard to do, and sometimes people would rather just go through the fucking motions and the depression and the pain and all the shit of their shitty circumstances than putting all this extra effort alongside dealing with the shitty feelings to try to fix their life, and like, of course it'd be better for them long term if they did fix their lives or whatever. But a lot of people just think of the fucking short term in life, Either way, I'm gonna leave it here. Bye bye. If you actually stayed even with the shitty fucking quality, I actually really appreciate it, dudes.